Good morning, everybody. Mark here with Red Star Loft. Just giving you another quick update. Feeding frenzy just finished. Now they're slowly going and getting some grit and drinking some water, but they're doing good. No complaints from my end. Just wanted to give you a quick look at them and a quick little update to talk about something that I haven't talked about just yet, but yeah, we'll discuss that in a few minutes. Just wanted to pop in here and show you some of these guys. I'll have a busy weekend, so won't get to be around them much this weekend, but they'll be good and taken care of. Feeding time looks like. Can't have one without the other. Both real pretty chicks. I'm not sure where the colors came from. Cock is pure red, hen's pure white, and both of them are black and white basically, so seems like there's a more dominant gene than either one of these are showing, but anyways, yeah, not a whole lot going on here. And there you see this cock. He just chased off the hen that's laying on those eggs like I've always been complaining about, and then he leaves. But at least the egg is now hatched and he doesn't seem to be going to the chick. But these guys are doing great as well. The ones that I've weaned off are doing excellent. They're eating real good. They're starting to eat the grit too. The grit bowls are a little bit deeper, but I think that's perfectly fine because they can't make a mess. If you put it in a shallow grit bowl, they're gonna be throwing that stuff all over the place. So, and that's actually why I've started feeding. I used to just feed these guys here once a day in the morning. I would give them a load of food, but see, I gotta go get this guy out of here again. I used to just give him one big serving of food. Come on. You gotta stop being bad. You gotta stop being bad. Can we take a look at you at least? No? Anyways, sorry, got distracted. Used to give them only one food once a day. But yeah, they would eat it all. By the morning, everything would be gone. But they would make a mess and food would be all over the floor. And then when they ate everything in their feeder, they would start picking food off the floor. But this way, I guess when I split it up into morning and afternoon, like I'm doing with these guys, as you can see, there's no feed on the floor. And by 5 o'clock, 5:30, when I come home, the food is gone and I can give them their dinner. So yeah, it looks like morning and afternoon works out much better than just dumping it all out there at once. So I'll be sticking to that for the foreseeable future. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go over and show you guys some other stuff that I haven't discussed. So let me put you on pause real quick and I'll be right back with you. Alright, here we are, walking through. There you see him, back in the trees. If only I didn't have a neighbor here. Granted, great neighbors, never complain about anything, but if it could just all be a nice forest, that would be ideal, but not gonna complain. But yeah, here is the stuff, the feed and the supplements that I give to my birds. Now I don't give them all of this that you see here. Some of the stuff I used to give them and then I switched to the other stuff, but I'm just displaying it. So basically the purpose of it is, yeah, so you guys can see the stuff that I give to my birds, but also I'm very open to suggestions. And if anybody out there doesn't think that I'm giving him the right stuff, or that I'm not giving him enough stuff, or that I'm giving him too much of something, or that I shouldn't be giving him something at all, whatever it may be. You know, the reason I do this is to get feedback and to get better, because I don't have a whole lot of experience with pigeons at all, but I do read a lot and I do watch a lot, so I'm kind of collecting information from everybody. So yeah, as most of you guys know, you know, red cell, I have my birds on a schedule where Mondays they get red cell, Wednesdays they get apple cider vinegar, and Fridays they get garlic juice. And essentially that's all that they get throughout the week. All the other days, Saturday, Sunday, and all the other weekdays, they just get clean water, and that's it. So I give them 2 teaspoons per gallon of red cell. Yeah, you guys know that's pretty much packed with all possible vitamins and minerals. You can see all of those on there. And yeah, it's for horses, and this thing costs what, maybe 20 bucks for a gallon. And if you give them 2 teaspoons, that'll last you what, 7 years for the whole gallon, hypothetically. But yeah, that's teaspoons of that on Mondays, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar on Wednesdays, and 2 tablespoons of garlic juice on Fridays, which I just gave him today. And man, this stuff, I don't get a lot of stuff from Jed's, mainly because I don't like to pay ridiculous shipping, but I think the shipping for this was maybe $5 or $6. And this stuff smells incredibly aggressive. I mean, you can tell that it's that garlic juice stench that, you know, even when it's closed, your garage tends to smell from it. So the stuff here I use for their drinking water, or not drinking water, for their bath water. I just put a real small amount. Here, let me bring it closer. I put a real small amount, maybe one of these caps, into a gallon of water, and then I pour it into their dish and let them bathe in it. It's safe to drink as long as you're not giving them too much of this. So this was recommended from a lot of guys who have those high flyers, so I've been using that and it seems to be working well. And this solution here, this is what I used to give them before red cell. I still have a little bit left, but yeah, I used to give them this, and then I switched to red cells. So I mean, if you guys think, you know, stick to red cell, switch back to this, I'm not sure, but it seems like red cell just has a whole lot more stuff in it. So yeah, I used to use this, and then I switched to red cell. And same thing with this garlic juice here. Dog yawning over there. This garlic juice, I used to give them this garlic juice, and there's nothing particularly wrong with it. It's a good brand, but you would just need like 6 tablespoons per gallon, and one of these things is like 15 bucks. So this would last you maybe a couple weeks, whereas this was, I think, 8 or 9 bucks. You use 2 tablespoons, there's much more of it, and it just smells much more promising. So yeah, I stopped using that and went back to that. This stuff was given to me and I never used it. I don't know if anybody has any experience with this. If you can tell me about this highly potent fertility enhancing supplement for pigeons. I haven't used it. I've had it for a few months, but yeah. And then this is another thing that I can't recommend enough. These Huracan S Tablets. I'll show you what they look like. These are used for cleaning, or that's what I use them for. They're these big pink tablets, and basically pop 2 of them in a bottle of water, spray down your loft, and it protects against something like 500 different bugs and infestations. And then you have the most valuable thing, in my opinion, 5-in-1 powder. I give them this when I introduce any new birds, or just maybe, you know, once every 4 or 5 months. As you guys know, it cures against pretty much everything. So I don't medicate my birds. I just give them all of these preventatives, and then I'll give them very rarely some 5-in-1. And then this grid here, can't recommend it enough. Giovati. I actually have to go today and get some more, but that's what it looks like. They go crazy over that stuff. And yeah, if you guys have this anywhere near you, look for it. And then this is the feed that I give them. I also have to go get feed today, so that about wraps it up. I think I'm gonna end the video there. I don't really want to go too much over 10 minutes and ramble too much, so you guys have a good day. It's Mark at Red Star Loft. Have a good weekend, and I will talk to you probably next week. Take care.